This is an international podcast transmission. Is anyone out there? If you're listening, you've reached the No Fixed Agenda podcast.
Hey everyone, this is No Fixed Agenda presented by Bubs Naturals. I'm your co-host, Jeff Stoner. Now, I am flying solo today. You know, it's been a very busy couple of weeks. I've been gone in Colorado. I'm getting ready to go on another trip. Omar's heading out to his trip. So we just haven't had a chance to do an intro for this one. Now, I will also preface that this episode came out of nowhere, unexpectedly, but yet planned. When we were talking to Justin True, he was with Hector Rodriguez at that time, and Hector jumped in on the conversation when we finished up with Justin's topic of mental health. And Omar and I had a chance to talk to Hector about his Cocodona 250 ultra race, and both of us watched very intently his progress in that event. And unfortunately, he had DNF'd. Got as farther than he ever has before, but unfortunately had to DNF. And so we ended up just asking a couple of questions. It turned out to be about a 35-minute conversation. So Omar and I figured it was probably better we make this just a very quick separate episode and not bring that into the mental health conversation, because I think it would have completely taken away from it. So yeah, guess what? Hector Rodriguez becomes our first repeat customer, which for some reason is a reoccurring theme with Hector and myself, as he's been on my other podcast about 5 times. So give me some time with this, and Hector will probably be on another 4 or 5 times as well, talking about random stuff and what he's got going on. But this one right here is about the Cocodona 250 ultra race, what he experienced, what happened with his DNF, and just kind of what he's got planned coming up. I know this is not the typical conversation that we would normally have on the show, but again, Hector's a friend. We had an opportunity to talk to him about it, and with experiences like this always come lessons. So it was fun to chat with him about it. So sit back, relax, enjoy. This is the Cocodona 250 recap with Hector Rodriguez.
This is No Fixed Agenda, brought to you by Bubs Natural. Their mission statement is simple: live better, live longer. Bubs helps fuel people to reach their maximum human potential through supplements sourced from nature's highest quality ingredients, while giving 10% of all proceeds back to charity. Learn more about their NSF sports certified collagen peptides and electrolyte drink mix at bubsnaturals.com. Wake your silly ass up. How many miles did you end up doing, dude? It was like 160.
168.
Yeah.
So 168, and that was very brutal. It was a lot harder to watch last year because he was hurting that year. This year he was doing a lot better, just caked on with the dust and the smoke probably.
Was that what the case was? He was just sucking in dirt the entire time?
I just couldn't breathe. And so it was obviously ongoing very long throughout the whole race, really, from the start. And so it finally came to its height at 168, where, I do a lot of stupid shit. Not a lot worries me. I jump into waters with sharks, and to see how bad he was coughing and what it looked like worried the shit out of me, where I'm like, I might have to carry him 3 miles to get out of here because to me, it just seemed bad. I don't know where he's at, but it looks awful and It seems awful. And so it made me really worried that I had kind of texted a friend that was a medic and been like, hey, I'm nervous here. And so she eventually kind of was like, all right, this is what you should do. We got a medic. And eventually we let him make the call. Caesar was also part of it. And Caesar was like, we asked Hector what he wanted to do. And he asked us what do you think I should do? We asked him, he's like, I don't know. And Caesar's like, I've never heard Hector ever say, I don't know. He always got an answer. Yeah. And for Hector to say, I don't know was very wordy.
That's going to say a lot right there.
Uncharacteristic.
Yeah. And so we all kind of were like, this is on you, man. What do you think? You got to make the call. And so he made the right call, saw a medic, and eventually they did some breathing exercises that triggered him to throw up and bring up.
I saw that.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to
put the crop top, dude. Yeah. I think that's the same crop top that I saw him wearing when he was doing the beers, dude.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Big crop top fan now.
Yeah, baby.
Crop top and jorts. Where the jorts are not.
It's too hot. It's too hot out here, man. It's way too hot in Vegas. I can't live out here, man. I'm used to gloomy England.
Yeah.
The question is, are you wearing the jorts that are like stretchy, or are you actually wearing like full on
They're
jorts?
stretchy. So they are jeans, but they're stretchy jeans.
No, exactly. They're like the fitness jorts type of thing.
No. So though there's that brand.
There is, yeah.
This isn't that brand.
No.
These are like stylish jeans. Like England and Ireland used to be really into tight, skinny jeans.
Yeah.
And so these were just those. They're called Legend London, but there's brands that are like, purposely made for it.
I still think you can lift heavier when you got jorts on. So
Yeah, it's the power of it. That
exactly.
Oh shit!
Yo.
The math, the myth, the man, the myth, the legend, bro. What's up, bro?
That's him.
This has never happened before.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I feel a lot better now that I'm out of the heat and out of the mountains,
Yeah.
back in civilization.
We were just kind of talking about it. It was all like just sucking in dirt the entire time, huh?
Yeah, sucking in dirt, frying.
A little dehydration, I assume, obviously. And that's what would end up the temperatures and stuff over there at this
I don't
point.
know.
It wasn't bad. It was definitely a colder year.
Really?
Windier, which probably could have been worse with the dust. And then like they were doing a prescribed burn in Sedona about on day 3 or day 4. So count the winds.
That's
Probably in the 80s, I imagine, or 90s.
It's just like whatever it was, just being almost like the whole time just outside, no shade or very little shade. It just whatever the temperature was, it gets old quick.
yeah. How feet feeling?
So we had the crew, him and a few others really helping me out with rubbing out the calves in the aid station. So it really kept the plantar pain maybe like a 2 to 3 out of 10.
Okay.
And so that was huge. And it's every aid station, like I kept letting them do that, even though it was taking time because it was keeping the feet pain away.
Right.
But at the very, very end, my feet were starting to get really swollen. My big toes got really fat. And when I would kick a rock, it felt like my freaking foot was going to explode because they were just so swollen and so tender. And then they were starting to get tore up for sure.
Well, I would think you would have so much motivation with Justin running around in his Speedo.
And crop top, bro.
He was getting us a lot of attention, a lot of honking.
Oh, shit.
For some reason, 9 out of 10 honks are always dudes.
Yeah, fuck
I
it.
can vouch for it.
Hey, it's okay, bro. I mean, dudes need fucking eye candy too, man. Don't judge.
They loved it. If they got it.
Yeah.
I know if I'm ever needing love, I'm going to go to the Prescott. Arizona is my spot.
Yeah, baby. Hey, we were joking around doing high rocks, man. We're talking about doing high rocks in the Speedo, bro. What do you think?
Yeah.
Here's the deal: is that it might have been like 95 degrees, but I don't know because I'm in a Speedo. So like,
You got full air conditioning going on yourself. It's like
exactly, it's pure AC.
Probably 20 miles or something like that in that outfit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, was there any chafing, bro? Like, yeah.
No, it's honestly the best. I did it as just a joke, but then it gets to this point where there's really no sweat.
Oh shit.
So you don't ever have that point of like where your legs sweat and they become really tender and like rub and become raw.
Yeah.
It's always just dry. It's just normal. So like I'll put a tiny little bit of like chafe cream on and then we're gold, like tiny bit. Versus if I'm in shorts, I gotta lube up like a bit. But the only issue was when I was already committed. We did 13 miles from Whiskey Row to Iron King. And I was going to do the next 8 with him to Fain Ranch. And we pulled in there just about sunset into Iron King. And someone's like, oh man, was it Zach Bitter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, is that like an all day attire? And I was like, man, this is all day, every day, all night attire. And at that point, I'm already now
all in, baby. Yeah.
You've committed yourself.
This is a fucking
But
commitment.
now I had to go to 9:30 at night which is cold in Arizona. And it was freezing. I think Hector was like, man, aren't you, because Hector freezes like in 80 degrees.
Yeah.
He's like, too cold? And I was like, Yeah, I'll put on gloves. Yeah, like that was it.
How come my speedo doesn't fit correctly?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was good, man. It was just fun. Good time.
Tell me about the mountain lion, man. Did you actually see one?
So what I was like already like dying, and I was going up Mount Mingus, and I don't remember what time of the night it was, but I was with my pacer Veronica, and I just literally said, hey, like I need to take a 10-minute nap now, and it's going to be right here on the floor on the trail.
Saw that, dude. That was fucking nuts.
Yeah. So like right before we start the climb, I took like I just literally threw my stuff down and then fell asleep on the side of the trail, or like, yeah, on the trail on the side. I woke up and I said, like, just give me 10 minutes. And I immediately knocked out. And I woke up to her going, Hector, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. I'm not kidding. And I was very startled when she woke me up, going like, oh, like she's being a little bit more stern. So then I'm like very groggy, very loop. I was already getting loopy just from the miles and the heat and the elevation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not kidding. We're being stalked by a mountain lion right now.
Fuck.
And I'm like,
Laying down on a fucking trail.
Yeah, I was laying down.
Looking for lunch, bro.
and she said that when she looked, she saw it like with her headlamp that it dropped below the light to like where it was like I guess just punching down.
Yeah, they're just stalking you.
He's getting ready to stalk, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she's like, I'm just still like out of it. And she's just like, just trust. And then I'm like looking and I'm like, I don't see anything. And she's like, trust me, just trust me on this. I see it. And right now it's like looking right at us. It's right there. And so I looked out and I saw a lot of things that could have been a mountain lion. If that makes sense. Like
You're delusional at this point, bro. How many hours have you gone without sleep?
I don't even remember. Do you remember?
It was night 2.
Ooh.
But you slept in whiskey. You slept in whiskey for about an hour and a half.
So maybe an hour and a half of sleep plus the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
and then another hour at Fane.
So 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just saw just different. I just saw a lot of things in the dark that could resemble an animal.
Yeah.
So, but I like saw her really panicking and freaking out that like, and I just couldn't see it. But like, I was just like, we just stayed focused in the direction that she was saying that it was there.
Yeah.
And then she just kept like, she has a really bright light, kept the really bright light there. And then as more people came, I think she started to calm, and then we slowly like kind of just went back until we were gone. And so I don't know if I saw it, but I know she genuinely freaked out and was freaked out like the rest of the trip because of what she saw.
Wow.
Fuck.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Overall, dude, at least you PR'd, man. We were rooting for you, though, bro.
Yeah.
I was fucking rooting for you the whole time. I was like, I would wake up and be like, what's Hector? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at, dude? But good PR, man.
It's so long. It's just so long.
Yeah,
How do you feel about the 168, dude? I mean, obviously you're a little disappointed. I don't know. Are you even disappointed, dude? I don't even know. What's the thought like?
I for sure wanted to get the finish, but I don't lose sight that like a lot of people can't do 168 miles. A lot of people want to survive 4 days out there. So I don't beat myself up too bad knowing that like it's still pretty gnarly. And one of the quotes I love is when you aim so high and miss that it's like, what is it? It's aim so high and miss that your misses are above other people's successes, essentially. Mm-hmm. So if that makes sense. So like most people are stoked to get a 100-mile finish, and I, DNF'd 168. So
are you going to attempt it again next year?
I don't want to go back.
No.
Never want to go back. But we'll see. I'm like,
say that now. I mean,
say that now, dude. It's still fresh. The trauma is fresh, bro.
The trauma is fresh.
Yeah.
So long.
Yeah.
So long, and I really am getting very jaded towards Arizona trails. Like I really hate Arizona trails for a lot of reasons. Like
Tell us how you really feel, bro.
so bubbly, rugged, jagged, rocky. Like
Did not look like easy fucking terrain for sure.
No.
no, I don't like it at all.
It's annoying that it changes every section.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I noticed that.
No section is similar.
Yeah.
And you could be in one 13-mile section and have 4 different types of terrain from Prescott, from Whiskey Row to Iron King was like, first we're on the sidewalks going through downtown Prescott. And then we get to kind of like this grassy trail leading up to the lake. And then you go around the dells, which is you're just climbing boulders and rocks. And once you get outside of that, now you're on like kind of a nice gravel trail. And then you're back to the road. And it's just, your feet are just taking a constant pounding. Like you can't wear a proper shoe to fit all of it.
Right.
Damn.
You say that now. It's like that one, the person that did their first marathon ever, like, I'm never fucking doing this again. And then here we
I
go.
said it the last couple of years, so I keep it back, but I'm really just like, I just really hate the trail, man. I really hate Arizona trails. Like I love them in some ways, but then after a few days of like just the rubble that they have and just the rocks on my feet, it just
UK mountain trails aren't the same as Arizona trails, I'm assuming.
UK mountain trails were actually that was actually really good training that we did, because what I learned about in UK was they don't do the switchbacks. They don't believe in that. It seems like it's like you go straight up.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
My kind of party.
Yeah.
All or nothing, baby.
It's all or nothing. If you're going, straight up, we're used to like taking.
They understand the shortest distance between 2 points, baby. That's all.
Yeah.
We're not here to waste
I'm
time.
digging with it. I'm digging with it.
Yeah. So nothing I don't think I did in Arizona was as steep as what he and I did in UK.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like, even though we're climbing, at least it's more gradual because it's doing switchbacks up the mountain versus with him, we were dead because we were just going straight up and straight down.
Yeah. I think the first mountain we hit was Red Pike in the Lake District. Now it was like 2,000 feet over 2 miles, just under.
Jesus.
And then here I can look at our distance of 28 miles was like 3,800 feet over 28. And it's just because you just add up those miles zigzagging. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Versus when you do Mingus is like on a map, it looks like this, but it's 17 miles. But it's because it just zigzags forever. And it's just rather just burn your way down the side.
Yeah. How are the lungs right now, man? I know you were dealing with all that, dude. I mean, I see you coughing up a little bit. Yeah.
I would say like they're probably like 80% better. I would say that was probably the worst part of my experience, was having breathing issues and dealing with that. I wish I would have saw the medic sooner. We ended up these guys were starting to make me feel uneasy. I guess I probably made them feel uneasy. And then at the last aid station, I decided to go. Like, I'm like, do I look okay? Do I not? And they just couldn't say yes. So I was like, okay, then I'm going to go to the medic. Like,
yeah.
You're like, are you looking okay? You're coughing up.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they weren't like saying yes, but they weren't saying no. So then it was like by them just not giving me an answer, because I think they were scared I'd get pulled.
Right.
So I went, and it was interesting because the whole time I felt like I was trying to like get something out of my throat.
Yeah.
I felt like I was choking, and I felt like either like the dust or mucus or whatever was like preventing me from breathing properly. And to breathe, I needed to breathe properly to push up the mountain or to start running. Because so like anytime I really needed to exert energy, I just couldn't get enough oxygen to exert the energy. So the whole time I was just like coughing and coughing and coughing, trying to get whatever was inside out, and nothing was working. And like every single day it was like violently coughing, not caring that I probably sounded crazy to them or who was around, or if I was waking people up. And as soon as I sat down, she either had me do 1 or 2 breathing exercises. And in the first or second, I literally threw up all over the floor.
We saw on social media.
Yeah. So that's the second throw up.
That was the second.
Thanks for putting the little sensor over
Or maybe
there,
the
by
third,
way.
yeah. So I threw up first on the floor, and then I made it to the trash can.
And when you were, I mean, I don't want you to get too gory, but you're basically vomiting up dust and shit. Or are you vomiting what you're eating?
But you can ask him. He saw.
Yeah. So the first, I walked in on the first one. I only got him like with something warm to drink that she said to get him, like help kind of like soothe his throat to get it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And as I came back in, I missed it. And I saw the first, like it already kind of going everywhere. And the second one was okay. And now I need to film it. And so that was kind of like so we got the third one. There's two big ones.
Rather than checking on me, making sure.
Yeah, he's like, hey, it's all for the gram, baby. It's all for the gram.
That's why we do that.
Baby.
And
Instead of patting on your back, trying to help you out, he's like, "Yeah, fucker, go."
That's exactly what he was doing,
bro.
I saw him.
If there was a mountain lion, I would be like, "Oh, I got to find a good angle."
Yeah.
I'd get up in a tree.
Wild, baby.
Yeah,
It's at least got to get in with a 2-foot radius to get 1,000 views. So
Hey, that's not what you said earlier. You said you would jump in front of a mountain lion for him or a bear.
100%. As long as it's past, if it's within the 2-foot radius.
Yeah.
But he has to get it on camera first.
No, otherwise nobody would.
He would
believe him.
definitely go to filming me squaring up with the mountain lion and then ready to jump on me. Then I know he would jump in and help me. But he would let it get to that lion jumping before he jumps in.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
We're going for viral ability here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well,
all right, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for that, and I'm rooting that you tackle this one way or another. So I understand you probably are too fresh right now, but
wait. So are you going to Nicaragua at any point with Justin?
Yeah, I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's in Nicaragua? What are they doing?
He's getting a run set up. The ultra race, right? Aren't you?
What are you gonna do? What run is this?
So I've been trying to set up this run camp, if you want to call it, for about a year. Trying to figure out spots. Looked at Montana, up at Whitefish, Big Bear, Salt Lake City, Zion, Bryce, all these different places. But like the States is just so crazy expensive that I feel like you'd have to put it such a high price point for people to come join. So I wanted to find a country that is extremely beautiful, extremely cheap, that you can lower that price point so it can open the doors to more people. And whether they want to train for multi-day events like this one and learn how to run 30 miles a day or 20 miles a day, climbing mountains, climbing volcanoes, and just having a good time of meeting the community. So we'll go out and have a sufferfest climbing a volcano for 20, 30 miles, and then come back into the town and, go out for the night, have some drinks, have some fun. We'll have ice tubs for recovery and then do it all again the next day. Yeah. And I think it just is who I am is, traveling kind of changed my life. And it's something I love to death. And I also love this aspect of ultra running in the community. So what better than putting them together? So, it's kind of a bit of me into this. It's like a passion project that I think hopefully other people will love just as much. And by going out there, we can scope out the trails, scope out the activities or experiences to do to share with people with the local culture, the local food, and just kind of get it filmed. And so I am not logical, and Hector is. So when I say, hey, we got 35 miles today and 17,000 feet of gain, he goes, well, let's dial that back.
Let's go 15 miles.
It just wouldn't be possible. So I need some extra eyes on it to make some things realistic. Yeah. So
I should have asked you this prior to. What's your shirt size? I'll send you one of our shirts, and then I'll just send it to Hector, and he can bring it out.
Yeah. What is it? Probably double XL. Probably XL. XL. I'll probably be XL by the time he's there. I'll lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, no, there's probably no deadlifting down there in Nicaragua too much.
No, sadly not.
sadly, you're gonna have to put that on the shelf for just a minute.
I know, man. I'm going full run mode, and hopefully, we'll kind of keep doing these things of creating episodes of traveling and running places. So him coming out to the Lake District was kind of a fun experiment of that. Nicaragua, and then maybe dabble with some other countries of running across, Zurich to. What's the other one? Geneva or something, like just run.
This is part that I want to get into next time, because Justin tried to run across Egypt and got arrested. And so
that's for the other episode. This is the stupid shit. Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it.
You doing this stuff, actually, it sounds just right up your alley.
Dude, it makes stupid shit of the week look like child's play, bro. That's all I'm saying.
100%, yeah.
But by the way, stupid shit of the week is for like us to do something stupid, like this guy over here just kind of wimped out this morning. But wow, look at the look of.
I had my feet worked on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like the world's toughest mile. You know what that is?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. But that's like child's play compared to fucking running across Egypt, bro. Is all I'm saying.
Burpees sound horrible, man.
I don't know. 400 meters of burpees is not terrible.
Whatever.
Hey, that by the way, dude, we learned this morning, dude. That track that we did the toughest mile, Bliss and I.
It's not 400.
It's not 400, bro.
I know that. I could told you that.
Dude. You know what? I need a new logical friend. Hector, are you available?
Yeah, I'm in Nicaragua.
Yeah, he's supposed to be my voice of reason over here. He's not doing a very good job, bro. He's not doing a very good job. But anyways.
All right, guys, we'll let you go. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
This has been an international podcast transmission of No Fixed Agenda presented by Bubs Naturals. You can rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcast episodes. NFA, over and out.